Welcome Aquarius to your month ahead spread for the month of October 2015. This reading is for you if your sun, moon, or rising signs are in the sign of Aquarius. So I'm going to start shuffling here, allowing the appropriate cards for you to come up to the top of my deck. I've already shuffled quite extensively to mix up all of the cards, and this time it's just so the cards that are right for you and the cards that want to come up for this spread for you can come to the top of my deck. All right. So the first card here is going to talk about how you're feeling heading into this month of October. And we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like things are a little financially tight for you right now. There may be some financial strain. I feel like this was something that you kind of knew about for a while, but you kind of wanted to be in denial about. You didn't really want to admit that there were issues in this area. And suddenly they've all built up and you have to deal with them. You have to look at them now. So really, you've started to release that denial that you've had about maybe the financial issues that you've had. And you're really starting to struggle. You feel like very doomsday, like everything is just heading downhill. It's a negative spiral and it's just terrible. I think you're in a really negative state of mind right now, and that you're bringing that forth into the next month. I urge you to really look at this card though, because here these people, yes, they are in rags. This one is on crutches. There's a snowstorm. I mean, how much worse can it get? And I think that's what you're thinking right now. But see these people, they're still walking, they still have each other, and they're still making it through the storm. So know that you can too, Aquarius. And really help remind yourself that when you find yourself going into that negative downward spiral. Card number 2 is your general forecast for the month ahead. So your general forecast, Aquarius, for the month of October. And we have the Six of Swords. I feel like it's time for you to leave some things behind. And whether these are mental thoughts, beliefs, people in your life, situations from your past that you are refusing to let go of, up until this point, you've kept them with you. And these things, which I feel like are represented by the swords here, they're blocking your way. I see you as the figure sitting here on the boat. And these swords, they're blocking your way. They're blinding you. These negative things that are really not contributing to your life. And they're blocking you, they're blinding you, and you can't move forward. And you're making the decision to work through them or to continue to let them blind you. So it's really all about you and your choices this month. Do you allow yourself to check in with your intuition and let it be a guide for you to navigate through these swords, to work through your negative thoughts, your negative beliefs, to work through the pain of the past, to work through things that you've been denying? And it's really up to you to choose if you're going to let these things continue to stand in your way, or you're going to get through them, to work through them. So really about choices this month, and you'll see and you'll understand as you go through this month how your choices really affect the reality that you create for yourself. Card number 3 is your upcoming challenges for this month ahead. And we have the Chariot. I do think this will be a little bit of a speedy month, and you will find that somewhat challenging. Things will move a little faster than you're used to, and it is already seeming like a high intensity situation because there is some financial stress. There are these maybe repressed emotions or repressed thoughts that are coming up and challenging you in this month of October, and it does seem like a lot at once. And you're really learning to stand in your power this month and realizing that you have control over all situations in your life, that you can stand in your power and that you can decide what happens in your reality. You literally do create your reality, and you are learning that this month for sure. it is going to be a little bit of a challenge. There are going to be times where you don't want to be in control, that you rather slip into victimhood, that you rather slip into self-pity. And I think that that is because that is an ingrained habit for you. Up until this point, that is the sort of techniques that you've relied on to slip into the oh woe is me state of mind. And now you're learning to stand on your own 2 feet, to be in charge of your life. And it's very, very empowering for you, which is so beautiful and lovely. It's also a little bit scary and a little bit challenging. Card number 4 is good fortune, blessings, and abundance. So this is all the beautiful, beautiful gifts coming your way in the month of October. And we have the King of Cups. I think you're going to find that it's easier to challenge your emotions this month. In the past, you may have felt that they've been quite overwhelming, that you haven't really been able to get a hold of them and you haven't really been able to work through them. And maybe even some of these emotions are some of these swords here that are blocking your way. Well, this month, a beautiful gift for you and a beautiful blessing is that you're going to find it easier to work through these emotions. Now, of course, as an air sign, this isn't necessarily your comfort zone. However, you are going to find that it's a little easier this month. I see there is a boat here in the background. I'm not sure if you can see there behind his throne. And I feel like this boat is bringing you lessons and bringing you beauty and bringing you gifts that come with working through your emotions. There's even like a little fish or sea creature back here, and I feel like that too is bringing you lessons, bringing you gifts. But to reach these gifts, you need to work through the water. You need to work through your emotions first. And I see you as the king, sitting here calm, collective, ready. He's ready to work through this sensitivity that maybe he's been blocking out for much of his life. And I see this as you maybe turning the other cheek, not really wanting to accept things that you've been feeling. It sometimes seems like it's easier to stuff things down and to suppress them. Of course, when we do that, we just add fuel to the fire, and eventually the fire is going to explode, and we need to deal with these emotions anyways. So it definitely is that time this month to look at those things that you've been feeling. Maybe there are things that you've been blaming on other people, and you're going to have that realization that it wasn't their fault, and it's no one's fault. And you're going to realize that and understand how you created your reality and how you were really in the driver's seat, so to speak. So our last card here is this month's lessons. Now, I'm a really big believer in lessons. I think that we come into each lifetime to learn, to grow, and transform. I believe that Earth is one big school and we are the students. So I really like to include lessons in all of the tarot spreads that I do for clients. So what are your lessons, Aquarius, for the month ahead, for the month of October? And we have the Fool. What a beautiful card to end off with. The Fool is all about taking that leap off the cliff. It's about a new beginning, a new road, a new journey. And I feel like this is really the lesson for you this month. I think things will be a little bit rocky in terms of challenging your emotions, of letting go of things of the past, letting go of that blame and self-victimhood that you really entrenched yourself in. And you're really learning that every day is a new day, that every day you have the opportunity to take the leap of faith, to jump with your eyes closed or your eyes open, and just know that the universe will take care of your landing. I feel like you're going to learn that every day is a chance to create the things that you want in your life, and you're really going to feel self-empowered by the end of this month. We have 2 major arcana cards that have lots of yellow in the background, and this is really talking about your power and your will and your discipline and your self-worth and your self-confidence, and really learning that you can stand in it. Even here, the Fool is wearing yellow shoes, so I feel like the message here is that your confidence and your self-worth and your ability to believe that you create your reality is what is going to move you forward on your journey. I feel like there will be some sort of new beginning for you, whether it's helping with this financial problem or letting go of the past. It's really just going to feel like a new day by the end of the month. And you're going to learn that you have the opportunity to create that for yourself whenever you want. I also feel like there's an important message in the dog here for you. I feel that a lot of times you feel that you need to go about things alone, that you can do it all on your own, whether it's like a Superman or Superwoman complex or you just don't like to ask for help. I think that it's really important that you know that there is help. There are people in your life that you can reach out to, that you can rely on. And if you need support, if you need love and healing from another, that's okay. It's okay to reach out. And I think that is going to be a very important lesson for you as well. So this concludes your reading for the month of October 2015. If you're interested in a personalized reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description below.